I see live people. I see dead people.
Hello everybody watching, you are watching another episode of Savcast, and today we are going to be looking at a 1 vs 1 game between MouzMana, the red Protoss spawning in the bottom right position here on Tal'Darim Altar, against RoxkisBratOk, the yellow Terran from Russia spawning in the top left. This is going to be another series, best of 3 from the ESL Daily Motion Cup, similar to the same cup that I showed the TLO vs CAS game recently. These games were played yesterday evening. This is going to be Group D. They all play in a best of 3 format against each other in a group of 4. The other members in this group are Adele, Scott and Biggs, and I will be showing some other games from this group as well, I hope to. And it's a best of 3 format, as I say. The top 2 players from each group go on into the next round. Quite a big prize pool in this tournament. I believe the overall prize pool is €5,000, €2,000 to the top players, so it's a pretty decent prize, and it's shaping up to be a fun tournament. It's got some of the top EU players in it, and if you saw the TLO vs CAS games, or if you haven't seen the TLO vs CAS game, go back and watch it on my channel. And actually, just about that video, that was my first video to get over 1,000 views. So thank you very much to everyone for watching, subscribing, commenting, thumbs up, etc. I'd also like to give a shout out to SQS over at www.wtr1be, wtribe.com. He featured me recently as his caster of the week, which is really cool for me. It's nice to get little plaudits like that. And so that's quite exciting. So I hope there might be some new viewers to Savcast, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. If you're not, let me know and I'll try and improve. But we do have these 2 great players. RoxkisBratOk, the Russian player, really high level EU Terran. He's just got some really solid all-around play. He casted a game of his against Destiny, which is quite an epic TVZ on Metalopolis a while ago, and that was a great game. MouzMana, another great EU player in Mouse Sports, who have one of the strongest lineups in the European scene at the moment. His biggest achievement probably so far was coming second at DreamHack to Nama, who that was an amazing final, really. You should go and find those VODs. I believe they're on Day 9's channel. But that was just an amazing series around Christmas time. So yeah, looking forward to this TvP. It is a best of 3, as I said, so we should have, hopefully, 2 more games, maybe 1, depends on the outcome, of course. Mana just finding out that it is going to be cross-position, so we might see a bit of a macro game, but the probe does get in and sees the barracks and the gas, so he knows there shouldn't be an expansion going down too soon. And actually, did that probe see... No, he didn't see the factory going down, so he doesn't know about that factory. But he does know that there's not going to be sort of, a gasless expand, really fast expand build going on. And BratOk scouted bottom left first, and I think this Zealot, it depends if he's able to get the SEV in. At the moment, Mana's just putting up his second gas, actually. Not chrono boosting units or warp gate actually at the moment, so it's interesting to see what he's going to do with that chrono boost. I believe he's chrono boosting. No, he's not chrono boosting probe, so I'm not too sure what he's doing. But BratOk is going to get a decent scout and see exactly what's going on, and he's going to see sort of the Protoss equivalent of what he is doing almost, although he is now putting down a second barracks, and he's going to be putting a reactor down on that barracks, so I wonder if we might see some Hellions coming out, or just some Marine heavy play. No tech lab on that factory yet, so I reckon he might switch it over, and that is what he's doing. So he's going to be doing some Marine play, some Hellion play, backed up by some Marines, maybe some Marauders, I think. So maybe looking to get some early drone kills, but he is just putting the reactor on. He's not going to be getting blue flame. So those Hellions won't be quite as effective as they could have been with that upgrade, but it is quite an expensive upgrade, of course. Mana actually is just throwing down 3 gates extra, so he is going to be doing a 4 gate. Quite sort of slightly oddly timed. He's not really been chrono boosting the war gate, which is now he's going to be doing it. Now he's throwing down some chrono boost. So I think he sort of has seen what I think he's just wanting to put on some early pressure. It's a little bit of an unusual decision. He has 4 gates really work best against early expand builds, and he doesn't really know that is happening. If we look at his vision, he just saw that barracks and the react and the gas. Mumbling over my words, and so he's sort of, there's a risk that BratOk could have just gone for a 3 racks build, which would really put some pressure on the 4 gate, but he has gone for the factory as well, and I don't know if the Hellions are going to sort of have the HP to be able to stand up to the durability of the Protoss army that is going to be warping in. He is warping in 3 sentries and some Zealots, and I'm sure he'll just have a decent mix of sort of Zealot, sentries and Stalkers, and this might be a little bit difficult to BratOk to hold off with just Marines. He really could do with some Marauders, but he's not going to have any coming out. He is going for the combat shields, so that could be quite important if that comes in first. And is he going to scout this with the Hellions? And really, I think BratOk should back off He's going to try and snipe the sentries. He does take down one sentry though, and some Zealots put some nice force fields, slightly trapping the Hellions. They didn't get all of them, probably a slight waste of those force fields there, I feel. But that is quite a large amount of Bratok's army gone, and there's going to be more units warping in for mana. So with Jess Marines, this is going to be quite difficult to hold off. He is target firing the sentries, which is the right thing to do in this situation, I feel. Zealot going down very, very quickly to the focus fire. More sentries going down as well. Bratok might just hold this actually, but I feel there's going to be more units warping in from mana. And it's looking very tough for Bratok. I really think he should be putting some bunkers down right now. He's not, though. He's pushing 2 more Hellions, 2 more Marines, but there are going to be more units warping in for mana. This is quite all in for mana now, this 4-gate move. And all the Marines are down now, and now there's Jess Hellions. They're only really useful against the Zealot and the Sentry with some nice micro, but they don't have blue flames, so really it takes quite a few shots to get them off, and this is looking pretty bad for Bratok. He's going to have to pull off SEVs. This is not looking good at all. He really should have put up some bunkers and sort of walled off this choke, I feel, but it's a bit too late for that now. And it looks like that Bratok could be going down to this 4-gate. So many Stalkers out now. They're so durable, got so much HP. Even with focus fire from the Marines and Hellions, that's not going to be too good. The SCVs are getting a few surrounds, but the micro from mana is really pretty good. And Bratok is down to 22 supply. He's down to 13 harvesters against 25, and this is all but the GG right now. So it looks like it's going to be an early win for mana in this best of 3 series on Tal Darim. Those SCVs are just not going to be able to catch the Stalkers. Too much micro from mana, and really quite an effective 4-gate against the build that Bratok was doing. I do think that when he first poked down and saw the units warping in for mana, he should really have sort of backed off and just built a wall. He hadn't, hadn't expanded out here at all. And if he'd have just got a couple of bunkers down, that is the best way to deal with a 4-gate push. You can then have the SCVs repairing. He did draw out a few force fields. I thought that was good. Then I really think he should have backed off and not tried to defend it here. He really should have tried to use this choke and get a couple of buildings up. But hey, it's all nice and easy for me to look at it in retrospect. Obviously, in the heat of the moment, it's very difficult to make these kinds of decisions. But we are going to go on to Game 2 between Bratok and Mana and see whether Bratok can bring it back. Thank you for watching very much. Game 2 on its way from Savcast. Goodbye.